And here we are with another video. This time we were actually last time we talked about a number of different subjects, including the military, which of course I was National Guard. Okay, everybody go boo. National Guard, they're not real military. Yeah, I say that to the Hodges that was shooting at me. Anyway, these videos were finally, after many videos, as on my way to the infamous Troy Burgers, many videos, finally somebody asked me about my bands, Mournblade, and some of the other groups that I played in, because somebody subscribed all to 47 again, seemed to cannot get that 50, went to go see my Mournblade videos, and they're like, oh shit. And I said, well, not only this guy's got a big fucking mouth and an asshole and ex-military, he's also plays in bands. So a couple of people went online, they looked at the Metal Encyclopedia online, and they found Mournblade on there. Not the UK band, or not the black metal fucking shitty band, but they found our band, the thrash metal band. And they saw my picture because they saw it all on the video and fucking hua and all this other shit. And they said, we can't find the origins of the band anywhere. We know for a fact that you played in bands. And they said, they said, what is the friggin' origin of the bands? Of the band itself, or have you played in other bands? I said, well, ladies and gentlemen, well, I don't think there's a single female that's probably subscribed, but yes, I did play in a number of bands back in the day. Well, the Asian lady gave me a dirty look because she was driving too slow and I was driving too fast. Anyway, I said yes. From the time that I was about 17 or 18, that bands like Venom, of course you know Black Sabbath already out, Blue Chair, Cream. I was a big Alice Cooper fan, especially the Alice Cooper show record, live record, I was a big fan of. Foghat, Leonard Skinner, Led Zeppelin. So I said, you know what? I says, I could probably fucking do that. So I tried to pick up a guitar and tried to play it. My mom bought me a shitty little guitar. Couldn't do it. And here I am twanging away. Ting, tang, ting, 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 tang, ting, tang, 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 ting. Says, all right, we'll see if we can get you guitar lessons. And back then, guitar lessons were like $2 a lesson, way back in the day. And still, Jeff couldn't understand. He couldn't play. I'm going, cling, clang, ting, clang, cling, clang. I said, fuck. I said, what the fuck am I going to do? You know, I want to fucking play. I just don't have the talent. And, well, being in Mournblade, I still had no talent, but I was still in the band. So after I got back from my basic training in my AIT and joined the Guard in '82, I had a little bit of money left over. Or I gave over some of my money to the family to help pay for shit. And I went down to the pawn shop and bought a Gibson EB3 bass guitar for 50 bucks. Now in 1982, 50 bucks was a lot of money. It's probably like 150 today, maybe 200. So I bought it, and for 20 bucks I bought a beat up old amp, plugged it in, and tried to play, making all sorts of noise, you know. So then I'd be playing my Black Sabbath records, trying to figure out the bass, trying to do some Sabbath or some Deep Purple, some Blue Cheer, dun 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 dun, you know. And I went, well, and I was also a big fan of all the punk rock bands, you know. So I was trying to play some Ramones, I was trying to play some MC5. and played some Germs, do 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 do, you know, that kind of shit. So I wasn't a very good bass player, but after some practicing for about 4 or 5 months, I eventually started picking up a little bit on playing cover songs, like stuff from like Zeppelin, Chicago, bum ba da da dun, dun 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 dun, dun 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 dun. So eventually I started doing that stuff, do da dun da da dun. So I can eventually start doing three chords, 4 chords, you know, just go along, bum 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 bum. So this guy I ran into at a record shop, the old Poobahs out in Pasadena. If anybody remembers old Poobahs. And I was out there looking at records, and this guy had a blue Mohawk. And he saw me looking at some television records, some Ramones. The Germs had their one record. I think it was the Germs. And I looked at some other punk rock kind of record stuff. I think the Dead Kennedys. And he's like, hey, he says, yeah, you know, he was talking to me. I remember, this is a good band, this is a good band, this is a good band. I says, yeah, I'm trying to learn how to play some of their stuff on my bass. He goes, oh, you got a bass? You're a bass player? I said, well, a bass player is kind of a more advanced fucking kind of statement for my ability. He says, can you at least follow along? I said, yeah, I can follow along. I just have to just play it over and over a few times. But yeah, I can eventually play along. It won't be the greatest in the world, but I can play along. He goes, listen, I'm in a band called BME. We're looking for a bass player. I said, yeah, well, what do you guys play? He says, well, we're kind of like a cover, kind of 40s cover, weirdo, fucking punk rock kind of style band. And I said, oh, really? He goes, yeah, you know, you got an amp? I said, yeah, I got a fucking crappy old fucking Alamo amplifier. It was made in like 1966. It sounds pretty shitty, but... And he goes, then you got a bass, right? And he says, yeah, I got a Gibson bass. He goes, oh, well, tell you what, come on over to my pad. So he tells me where he lives. He lives out in Pasadena. And at the time, I had my car, you know, and so on a Saturday, I loaded up my amplifier and my bass, and I drove down there. I knew where the guy lived. I knew where he gave me his address, so I had to search around a little bit, look for it, break out the old Thomas guide, and go, okay. So I drove down there, I drove up, he came out, and he had this young Latino guy with him, and this other white guy. And it's like, yeah, you know, we're going to go in there and we're going to play a little bit. I says, okay. So, and he had a garage that they played in. And the guy name was Andy. The Mohawk guy was named Andy. Andy Skate. Well, you know, like the skates or the skateboard, but skate. And the other guy was named Ramiro Ramirez. And the drummer was named Tom Boss. So I plugged in the bass, plugged in the amplifier, turned it up. Bum, bum, bam, 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 bum, bum, bum. He says, okay. And the Latino guy, Ramiro, got his guitar, and the drummer, and they start drumming a little bit, and I went, okay. And he says, dude, can you play anything? I said, well, I can play Smoke on the Water. He says, oh shit, yeah, we could play that. Let's play some Smoke on the Water. So, the Mexican guy goes, dun, 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 you know, no problem. The drums were really good. Dun, dun, dun. I said, oh shit, you know, we don't have a keyboard, but still, and with my bass, I was going along, going boom, 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 and it was sounding really good. And Andy was going, smoke on the water, fire in the sky. And out of nowhere, after about a minute and a half, the guitarist goes dun 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 dun, and the fucking drummer Tom was going bum 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 on the big floor tom and the fucking snare dun 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 dun. Then out of nowhere, Andy, the lead singer, came out with Batman, Batman, fuck you, Batman, and they started playing like the Batman theme like 100 miles an hour. You got pointy ears, you look like a queer. I mean, stuff like that. I was like, what the fuck? And I stopped. I mean, I couldn't play. I mean, I just looked at them like, what the? I was like, what the fuck? And and after they were done, they played the entire Batman theme, and he had all these lyrics, just all these crazy lyrics. Batmobile lost his wheel and Joker got away. I mean, just fucking incredibly fucked up shit. And after they were done, they stopped, and they're all laughing and everything. And I said, what the fuck was that? He goes, oh, well, Andy describes to what the concept of the band was. The band is called BME, Batman's Enemies for short. What happens is they'll play a really popular song, let's say Detroit Rock City. Da 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 da. I feel uptight on Saturday night. You know what I mean, right, guys? For anybody who knows anything about cats. It's too slow when I feel it too slow. I look so good. I'm so alive. I'm so alive. You know what I mean, right? And then out of nowhere, dun 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 dun. Batman, Batman, fuck you, Batman. Da 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 da. Every song was like that. The entire set. You could play Lucy and Linus, da 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 da. From the Charlie Brown thing. Music from Charlie Brown Christmas, and then about a minute later goes right into Batman's Enemies. Da 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 da. I mean, they did. I was like, oh my god. So just for shits and giggles, I decided to stay with the band, and I eventually had to learn some little bit of the music. I mean, they were doing like Debo bum 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 bum. Da 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 da. I see whip it. Da 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 da. I'm like, oh my fucking god. These guys are just like, what the fuck, over? I guess this is the end of part 1 about Batman's Enemies.